The history of a country is shaped by its people, by its business fabric, and by its industry. It is the result of partnerships, strategic alliances that last over time and bring benefits to everyone. And that is why to celebrate the union that brought Portugal and Siemens together 110 years ago is to place a milestone on a journey made side by side. Long gone is the distant year 1876, when the first references to the presence of Siemens in Portugal were recorded through the supply of a furnace to the now well-known glass-making industry of Marinha Grande. In 1895, it was Siemens, by way of Emílio Biel, diligent representative of the brand, who supplied Companhia Carris to Porto with motors to replace the animals they used to pull their streetcars, heralding the start of electrification in Portugal. The productive fabric, from industry to services and including commerce, gradually took shape. Then there followed a succession of projects involving the participation of Siemens, which perhaps the most emblematic was the start of construction on the Lisbon Metro in 1955, for which Siemens supplied self-propelled carriages. Manufacturing plants began to sprout up, with a new wave of industrialization that once again carried the stamp of Siemens. In 1962, it started in manufacturing by acquiring the company Motra, Motors and Transformers. In 1971, it set the wheels in motion for the new relay factory in Évora. 2 years later, Siemens acquired Indelma, specialized in the production of wiring for the automotive industry. The 80s arrived, and with them a pop culture imported from a more developed Europe. The years that followed, the company was called on to intervene in some large projects. Telecommunications, Siemens installed an ISDN system with around 1 million terminals, and in Leiria, the doors to a new hospital were opened, the first turnkey hospital project from Siemens. In this decade, the company invested more than 1 billion euros in various manufacturing facilities across the country, as well as in the development of engineering and software centers. This cycle began in Vila do Conde, with the setting up of Siemens Semiconductors SA, an investment of over 560 million euros. Lisbon was chosen to host the 1998 Lisbon World Exposition, Expo 98, under the theme of the oceans. At the event, Siemens was both sponsor and technology partner. 2004 was a great year for European football, and for Siemens, the challenge was to provide solutions for 9 out of the 10 stadiums that hosted the European Championship. In 2005, the year that marked 100 years of Siemens in Portugal, a partnership was established with the Calouste Gulbenkian Foundation in the field of computational biology, and the first Siemens Portugal Competence Center was established, a milestone in the company's history and the most visible face of a clear commitment to a strategy of reinforcing its engineering, software and high-technology services. These were extraordinary moments in the history of Siemens, to which we can add the completion of the Hospital da Luz, a benchmark project at European level, for which Siemens supplied state-of-the-art integrated technological solutions. In the following years, the energy sector was the main focus. Siemens participated in the wind energy consortium Eólicas do Portugal, and began construction on the Pego combined cycle power plant, one of the most efficient in the world. In 2012, Siemens provided solutions to equip 4 airports in Angola, and due to its proximity to these markets, Portugal became one of the 30 lead countries for the group globally, responsible for supporting the development of the company's business in Angola and Mozambique. In 2014, the 16th Competence Center was opened in Portugal, this time in the area of IT, to join those already existing in energy, infrastructure and health, as well as shared services. Centers that export knowledge and value-added services to the 200 countries where Siemens is present. Together, Portugal and Siemens have taken this journey, a company and a country endowed with the technology and know-how to meet challenges and seize opportunities in the areas of electrification, automation and digitization to carry the country into a new era. Siemens, in Portugal since 1905. With Portugal since 1905.